Hello, welcome to this dream community. I just want to remind you before we start to go back and watch video number 1 if you haven't done so, and then we'll jump right in to getting into our meditative state, and we will hopefully feel that we can experience this dream that I'll walk you through. So I will dim the lights. Oops, sorry. And today I thought we'd start with a song. And it's a song for peace. The words in Hebrew are Hine ma tov u'manayim shevet achim gam yachad, which mean behold how good and how pleasant for brothers to sit together. Hine ma tov u'manayim shevet achim gam yachad. הנה מה טוב ומה נעים, שבת אחים גם יחד. הנה מה טוב, שבת אחים גם יחד. הנה מה טוב, שבת אחים גם יחד. הנה מה טוב ומה נעים, שבת אחים גם יחד. I invite you to take a deep cleansing breath and get ready to experience the dream that I'll be reading to you. Feel free to close your eyes. Keep them closed. And notice what comes up for you as if you are the dreamer of this dream. I'm walking along the left side of a deserted highway with forest on both sides. There are also great mounds of leaves piled up on each side. The road itself seems to be a little higher than the ground on either side of it. As I walk, I look down and through the trees to find a trail where my friend might be. I know he has gone off fishing, and I'm supposed to be joining him. Of course, I would love to join him, and also I know he's expecting me, but I just don't have a good feeling about going into the woods. So I continue walking along the road. The next thing I know, I'm passing a cemetery that is also hidden in the woods. It feels like an omen. This confirms for me that I do not want to go into the woods. Soon I come up to some small vendor-style tents along the left side of the road. There are chairs inside, as well as a collection of someone's belongings. I also see large sheets hung up like walls from the trees. I wonder how someone managed to climb up so high in order to hang them. All of this is suggesting to me that someone might live here, right by the highway, along the edge of the woods. It's kind of a cool setup. Soon, I come upon a raccoon who is heading towards me. I'm now holding 3 leashes. My 2 pugs and my boxer lab mix, Jobie. I'm not remembering which pair of pugs, my older pair who have passed on, or my newer pair who I have currently. I'm remembering someone on a recent YouTube video saying that wild animals are scared of humans, so if a wild animal willingly comes up to you, it probably has rabies. There is so with the raccoon that is heading towards me, I am feeling uneasy. I start backing away from the raccoon, but this just confirms for me that it's definitely trying to come up to me because it keeps on coming and I keep on moving away from it. Now there's a slight shift in scenery, and this all seems to be happening near my ex-in-law's house. There is a bit of a shift in that the raccoon is also now wearing a leash. I'm holding the end of it, keeping it short enough that I can hold my hand straight out from my body, and the raccoon does not have enough slack on the leash in order to reach me. He keeps coming towards me each time I drag him backwards, which is forwards from my perspective, backwards for him. He looks more crazed with each time. He certainly has rabies. I am concerned for my dogs, especially Jobie for some reason. Also, just before I'm able to leave the area, I drank from something that the raccoon has drunk from. I don't know why I did that, and I'm now concerned because I know that the rabies virus lives in saliva. I just don't know if it transfers from saliva, exchange to the digestive tract, or only saliva into a wound. I'm just concerned and worried. Now there's another shift in setting. I am now in Europe with my dogs and with my in-laws and with my kids. We seem to be on a group tour, and it seems there is a vast collection of buildings, like a huge city. You can go from one building to the next, end up totally somewhere different by the end of the day, and need help getting back. I'm looking for a vet so that Jobie can be tested. I still have the concern for myself in the back of my mind, but for some reason I am much more concerned for Jobie. When we finally find a vet, there is a discussion about Jobie's age, whether or not it is worth it to run expensive tests on him. I really would like to do them anyways, although I do understand the point. I feel like it could be okay to follow the advice, and yet I think that would make me feel guilty that I've given up on Jobie due to his age and my not wanting the expense. My mother-in-law would like to leave. I would like to stay here at the vet. I think maybe she can leave and I will stay with Jobie, but I worry about how I will ever find my way back through the maze of buildings. I do notice that there are all sorts of guides around though. Every now and then, one of them holds up a sign to show where they're about to go with their group, in case anyone else needs to join in order to find their way. This reassures me that I will not be left with no help. Even with guides who are taking care of other groups, they seem to feel a responsibility to be helpful to anyone who's around, since they know there are a lot of foreign tourists who may not know their way around. And that is the end of this dream. And while context is not necessary, if you do send in a dream, you are welcome to give context for that. I would say the only thing that came up for me, because this one is my dream, Jobie was the first dog that I brought to the vet to have put down. My actual first dog, my pug, Ralph, he passed naturally. So being that Jobie was the first dog I actually put down, it was just this struggle of a decision that, am I having him put down because he just has too many problems and he's so old and it's just, inconvenient, but then and just the guilt from that, but then everyone is telling me, no, he's old, he's having like actual problems. His quality of life is like decreasing. So this is the right thing to do. I think I struggled with, I guess, accepting that that was the right thing to do. So part of this for me, I thought, was I'm dreaming about trying to do right by Jobie. So, um, don't want to keep going more into that because I've already um, kind of colored your experience of that dream. So, just comment below on anything else or anything about that came up for you. Um, remember to kind of word it as start with as a dreamer of this dream. So you're actually giving from your perspective. And don't forget to send in your dreams to the email address listed in the channel description. And keep coming back, and I wish you good dreams.